What up, my man in society? It is your host with the most, Shadow Loaf, back at you with another video. Make sure you like and subscribe. That's how you help my channel get into the algorithm. I would highly appreciate it. If you go ahead and do that. Don't forget to check out my other channel, where we be dropping, fire content, MODENT. Now, what I wanted to talk about today was a conversation I was, having with one of my subscribers, right? He was talking about how he used to watch this one YouTuber, right, who encouraged him to try to make a YouTube channel of his own, right? But that, this YouTuber, has been getting, criticized and bashed and this and that, and, hardly makes content in general at all, right? And so this now, from these activities, homie, kind of, step back from trying to make a channel of his own, right? Because he's like, nah, well, it's stupid that people are calling people out on stuff that, like, who are they to be policing YouTube and what gives them the right and yada, 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 right? And that, everyone has freedom of speech. And this is all very true. You do have freedom of speech, even though YouTube makes it a very, very difficult for you to have freedom of speech, right? From all the rules that it has, right? On stuff that contradicts itself and, plays favoritism, and et cetera, right? Just like anything else. But nonetheless, it is your amendment, so you do have freedom of speech, right? But as much as you have freedom to say whatever you want, people have the right also to criticize or bring or call you out on, lies if you're spitting them, and this is true, just because you have the freedom to say something doesn't mean that that you're immune now to getting criticized or people calling you out on certain things, right? And that's just the facts of things, right? That's just how it is. So while individuals could come on to YouTube and really talk about whatever they choose to talk about or make up stuff or do as they want, then people have the right to criticize and make videos on it, and I don't understand why people go and complain to YouTube if what they're being called out on is nothing but facts and truth, I mean, if it's the truth, because they bring facts, right, evidence, right, showing that you're lying, then I don't understand how people could go and complain and whine and cry about that. I mean, that's what happens when you lie, you can't look at the person for speaking the truth as a bad person when you're the one that's lying. It's not even about like what does it matter to them or why they're sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. It doesn't matter, bro. They're speaking the truth. That's what they're doing. They're simply coming and bringing people the truth. You can't be mad at that. You could only be mad at the person that's lying, trying to deceive the people, to boost their credibility or make themselves seem higher than what they are. I mean, come on now. That's just the honest truth about things. That's just to try to work it the other way. That's like the world going backwards. You know what I mean? When it comes to individuals and lying, you know that if somebody could come with the truth, I don't understand why they would lie, knowing damn well that they could be discredited or people could just upload stuff, contradicting to what you're saying, It's almost like if they think that people are really that stupid, or they really don't know, especially when you're talking about the streets, right? Because the streets don't mess around. They don't tolerate. They don't let stuff like that slide. And that's why a lot of people seem to get irritated or mad or seem to not understand that part, right? You can't fake the funk when it comes to the streets because people are going to call you out on it. You may not like that, but I mean, that's just how the streets run. And as long as you keep talking or involving yourself within this kind of genre, then this is the things that's going to keep happening if you come with the lies, because lies are not tolerated on this side. As a matter of fact, it's not tolerated in any genre, because if you watch other genre of YouTube channels, they also have, people that they clash and disagree with within their own genre, whether it's the video game genre, the sports genre, whatever. Somebody's coming in lying or manipulating or adding too much to it, they're getting called out by other channels out there. Not just in the prison genre, the street genre, and stuff like that, the taboo genre, but in all genres. If you go and pay attention to other genres, they also have the same similar thing when it comes to YouTube. It's not struggling for money or power and stuff like that. It's just that if you're spitting out bullshit, then people are gonna call you out on your bullshit, bro. That's just the way things are. Liars are not tolerated in this channel. You can't be, lazy, so you'd rather manipulate and slither your way to success. It just doesn't work like that in the world. Con men, exist, in all, walks of life, whether they're police officers, lawyers, doctors, and eventually they come crashing down, bro, because a person that comes, with those kind of, characteristics, right, to their persona, it don't last, bro. That's why they say cheating, lying, and all of that doesn't bring you. It may bring you success temporarily, but it will come crashing down, bro. Those are the facts. Because people don't like liars. Lies are not tolerated in this world. But these people try to spin it to try to change the narrative, right? And they always play victim. But they are not the victims. They are the victimizers, right? They're the ones that try to take advantage of victims. The ones that create the victims. And it's a damn shame, right? Why? I mean, there's so much evidence showing that, this type of behavior is not going to get you far in life, yet individuals still try to weasel their way through life, doing these tactics. They really think that see, people that are narcissists, right? Sociopaths, sadists, right? They really think that they're that smart, that slick, that you really think that they're the ones that could really get away with the shit that they're pulling, They really do, bro. So I can't blame for, multiple people coming out and speaking and trying to bring an individual down. It's not trying to police YouTube. It's just doing the right thing. I mean, and I can't be mad for somebody calling people out on a lie. I mean, so therefore, I can't see it in the matter of, like, it's not fair, and if you really come and just be honest with your content, right? If you really come and just be honest and don't try to add, stuff to it, and just really just come and spit it exactly how it goes, you could have success on YouTube and nobody will bother you. You could make it far and stuff like that. It's when people start lying and adding too much, that's when people start having a problem with things, but if you got nothing to hide, you got nothing to worry about, plain and simple. There's a lot of channels out there, right, that come and bring stories onto YouTube, right, but they speak about other people's, stories that they went through, right, the experiences that other people have left, right, and they're just now narrating it to the audience, right. So they have success. Nobody's calling them out on stuff, but because they're not grabbing other people's stories and claiming it to be their own, right? Like if I hear a story from somebody else and now I just say that it's my story, right? I add myself to the story and I'll speak it. That's when people are going to have the problem with it. But if I'm speaking on other people's stories, people are not going to have a problem with it. It's when you start trying to lie and now manipulate stuff, that's where people have the problem. So, you could make a YouTube channel if you feel like you have the craft for it and the, the creativity and the drive, it's just when you start lying and manipulating, that's when the issues start coming, right? So don't let these, sympathy stories that these people try to, pitch to you, really, cloud, how you view things, because that's just a part of their scheme as well, to try to trick individuals. They're always going to play the victims, but I mean, they could try to, come and say what they want, but they don't have no proof to back up what they're saying. While all these people are bringing proof, and they can't debunk the proof, they could only merely say that the other people are lying, but yet they have the proof. They don't have no proof. All they have is just the mouth, saying that it's not true. But where's your facts to back up that? They're bringing the facts. Where are yours? Evidence is what wins cases, not people's mouths. Because the proof doesn't lie. People are known to lie. That's the difference. That's why these people win their cases, because the evidence shows it to be so. While these people could only merely tell a story and claim that they're fabricating. Where's the proof? People don't go on word of mouth. They go on evidence. It's just how it is. But I'm just saying, that's just my advice and my breakdown on the matter, But, what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. We out.